For decades, China's ambition to build its own large passenger aircraft simmered beneath the surface, a quest for national pride and technological independence. The dream was not just about building a plane, but about proving to the world that China could stand shoulder to shoulder with the aviation giants. It was a vision that inspired generations of engineers, designers, and leaders, all determined to see a Chinese jet soar across the skies. The goal: break free from Western reliance and fly a Chinese-designed jet across continents. This meant not only designing and manufacturing a world-class aircraft, but also building the infrastructure, supply chains, and expertise needed to support a truly independent aviation industry. It was a bold move, requiring vision and perseverance. This journey demanded mastery of advanced engineering, materials, and safety, one of the world's toughest challenges. Every rivet, every component, and every system had to meet the highest international standards. Chinese engineers faced countless setbacks and obstacles, but each hurdle only fueled their determination to succeed. China's patience paid off. As the world's largest aviation market, it learned from Boeing and Airbus while quietly building its own capabilities. By observing global leaders, China adapted best practices and avoided costly mistakes, steadily closing the gap with the West. Now, with the C929 wide-body jet, China's dream is taking shape, signaling a new era of competition in global aviation. The unveiling of this aircraft is more than a technological milestone. It's a statement of intent, a sign that China is ready to compete on the world stage. COMAC, China's state-owned aircraft maker, has moved from regional jets to the ambitious C929, each step a calculated leap forward. Years of research, investment, and collaboration have brought China to this pivotal moment, with the world watching closely. The world is watching as China's aviation ambitions become reality, challenging the established order. Industry experts, airlines, and passengers alike are eager to see how this new player will shape the future of flight. The dawn of a new contender is here, and the sky is no longer the limit for China's aviation dream. For decades, Boeing and Airbus have dominated the skies, their aircraft forming the backbone of global air travel. Their rivalry set the pace for innovation, with airlines choosing between Seattle and Toulouse. This duopoly built vast supply chains and earned deep trust, making entry for newcomers nearly impossible. Their influence extends beyond aviation. These companies are pillars of their economies and national pride. But this dominance also created vulnerabilities. With only two major suppliers, any disruption ripples worldwide. Airlines and passengers have had limited choices, and innovation sometimes lagged. Now a new challenger is emerging, threatening to disrupt this stable but rigid system. The rise of a credible third player could reshape the future of flight. The era of the Boeing-Airbus duopoly is under threat. Enter the COMAC C929, a wide-body jet designed to rival Boeing's 787 and Airbus's A350. With seating for up to 440 passengers, it targets the lucrative international market. The C929 features advanced composites, fuel efficiency, and passenger comfort, aiming to compete from day one. Unlike the regional C919, the C929 is China's declaration of global ambition. Air China is set as the launch customer, with first flights targeted for 2035. COMAC's deliberate pace reflects the complexity of building a world-class long-haul jet. Every milestone is a calculated step with a focus on safety, reliability, and efficiency. The C929 isn't just a Chinese alternative. It's designed to be a compelling global contender. This jet marks a generational leap for China's aerospace industry. The race for the skies is on. At the 2025 Paris Air Show, COMAC stunned the world by securing key Western suppliers for the C929, despite ongoing US-China tensions. The event was more than just a showcase of new aircraft. It became a stage for a bold geopolitical move. As the world's aviation industry gathered in Paris, few expected China to pull off such a feat, especially given the climate of suspicion and trade restrictions. Deals with France's Safran and America's Crane Aerospace brought critical systems, braking, oxygen, and door controls into the C929's supply chain. These partnerships weren't just technical wins, they were strategic breakthroughs, opening doors that many thought were firmly shut. This was more than business. It was a diplomatic coup, showing China could navigate geopolitical barriers. The agreement sent a clear message. China was ready to play by global rules, and Western companies were willing to engage, even in a tense environment. Western components boost the C929's credibility, reassuring international airlines of its quality and safety. For airlines, knowing that trusted names are behind the technology makes all the difference when considering a new aircraft. Familiar names in the supply chain make the jet more attractive to global customers. It's not just about the plane itself, but the network of expertise and reliability that comes with it. The Paris deals transformed the C929 from a paper project into a real, competitive threat. Suddenly, the world saw COMAC as a serious player, not just an ambitious newcomer. COMAC's ability to build a global coalition of suppliers, even amid political headwinds, signals China's growing leverage. It's a sign that the global aviation landscape is shifting, with new alliances forming across old divides. The C929 is now a credible contender, not just a domestic experiment. Its presence on the world stage is forcing established players to take notice and rethink their strategies. The world took notice. China's aviation ambitions are real and rising. The industry is watching closely, aware that a new chapter in global competition has begun. The starting gun for a new era in aviation has been fired, and the race for the skies is more competitive and unpredictable than ever before. In Seattle, Boeing's leadership watched the Paris news with deep concern. For years, they believed U.S. export controls would slow China's progress, especially on advanced jets. But COMAC's deals with Western suppliers shattered that assumption. The C929 is no longer a distant threat, it's a fast-approaching competitor with global ambitions. China's vast market, once a Boeing stronghold, now faces pressure to buy Chinese. Every C929 sold in China is a lost sale for Boeing or Airbus, threatening billions in future revenue. COMAC's export ambitions extend beyond China, targeting Asia, Africa, and South America. As the C929 gains credibility, it becomes a real option for airlines worldwide. Boeing's comfortable duopoly is ending. A three-way race is beginning. The future of aviation just became far more complex. The boardroom anxiety is real, even if unspoken. Securing Western suppliers is only half of China's strategy. The ultimate goal is technological independence. China is investing heavily in domestic alternatives for every critical aircraft system, from engines to avionics. The CJ1000 engine aims to replace imported power plants, while research institutes and companies race to master advanced materials and flight controls. This Great Wall of technology is designed to shield China's aerospace industry from external shocks. In the short term, Western components make the C929 globally competitive. In the long term, homegrown technology will gradually take over, reducing vulnerability. It's a patient, pragmatic approach. Gain market share now, achieve self-reliance tomorrow. The challenge to Western dominance is both immediate and enduring. The Paris Air Show was just one sign of China's growing aerospace influence. Once considered a newcomer, China is now making its mark at the world's most prestigious aviation events, drawing attention from industry veterans and newcomers alike. 76 Chinese firms exhibited in 2025, double the number from just 2 years prior. This rapid growth highlights not only China's ambition, but also its determination to become a global leader in aerospace technology and manufacturing. China's pavilion is now a major destination, showcasing not just COMAC, but a full ecosystem of suppliers and tech firms. Visitors are greeted by cutting-edge displays, interactive demonstrations, and a sense of momentum that's hard to ignore. Beijing is rebranding Made in China as high-tech and high-value, not just low-cost. The focus is on innovation, quality, and reliability, qualities that are essential for success in the highly competitive aviation sector. Air shows are key platforms for building trust and forging partnerships in the conservative aviation world. Here, relationships are built face-to-face, and reputations are made or broken through personal connections and proven performance. COMAC is already selling regional jets to airlines in Indonesia, Vietnam, and Laos, building a track record outside China. These sales are more than transactions. They're stepping stones to global credibility. These early adopters provide crucial references as COMAC eyes bigger, more skeptical markets. Their experiences will help shape perceptions and open doors to new opportunities. Airline executives worldwide are watching closely. and some, like AirAsia's parent company, are expressing real interest. The industry is abuzz with speculation about who might be next to take the leap. As China's presence grows, the competitive landscape for Boeing and Airbus is shifting. The established giants now face a formidable new challenger, one that's rapidly gaining ground and reshaping the market. The shadow of China's aviation ambitions now stretches across the globe, signaling a new era in international aerospace competition and collaboration. For COMAC, the toughest challenge is still ahead: international certification. Without approval from US and European regulators, the C929 can't fly in most global markets. Certification is a grueling, years-long process, one COMAC is already experiencing with the C919. Regulators will scrutinize every detail, demanding the highest safety standards. Beyond paperwork, COMAC must earn the trust of airlines and passengers, who value safety above all. Building a global support network and proving reliability will take years of flawless operation. The aviation industry is conservative. Reputations are built over decades, not overnight. Geopolitics and trade tensions add further uncertainty to COMAC's path. Success isn't guaranteed, but China is committed to the long game. The marathon to join the elite club of aircraft makers is just beginning. The rise of the C929 signals a new era in aviation, one of multipolar competition and shifting power. For the first time in half a century, Boeing and Airbus face a credible state-backed rival. Airlines and passengers could benefit from more choice, lower prices, and faster innovation. The C929 is a pillar of China's push for technological self-sufficiency and global influence. Its success could rebalance global trade and intensify geopolitical competition. The future of flight is being rewritten, with new players and new rules. COMAC's journey is far from over, but its progress is undeniable. The story of the C929 is the story of a changing world order, played out at 35,000 feet. The sky will never look the same again.